This is more of a serious video as opposed to my previous chicken video. Anyhow, what really scares me about precious metals is rhodium. Why does rhodium scare me? Go to Kitco right now, look at the price of precious metals. There's gold, silver, platinum, palladium, and then rhodium. Rhodium has been slowly going down in price, like $25 1 week. It doesn't move for a week. It's slowly going down. The bid right now is $1,000 an ounce for rhodium. So why does this scare me in regards to precious metals? Well, first of all, rhodium is like 100 times scarcer than gold. I don't have the exact number. I was using Google. But you probably heard how all the gold in the world could fit into like 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools, right? Well, rhodium is 100 times scarcer. So take those 2 Olympic swimming pools and divide by 100. That's how much rhodium. That could fit like in a basement, right? That's how much rhodium is out there. It's really, really scarce. And the price is $1,000 an ounce, less than gold, silver, platinum, palladium, despite rhodium being so scarce. Now, I know that rhodium is a byproduct. It's not mined specifically. Rhodium comes from like, platinum, palladium mining and whatnot. But the fact of the matter is the stuff is really scarce and it's a, quote, precious metal. It isn't really bullion. It's hard to get rhodium bullion because it is a brittle metal that will crack. But so it's basically an industrial metal. Okay, so when I'm looking at the prices of precious metals and I see the scarcity of rhodium, and rhodium was in a bubble a few years back, it was over $10,000 an ounce, and rhodium doesn't move as much as gold and silver. They aren't playing, they're not doing futures contracts on the COMEX with rhodium like they are gold and silver. Gold and silver are heavily traded, rhodium is not, right? What that tells me is there's a lot of speculative money in gold and silver right now. There's speculative money in there. In rhodium, there's very, very little speculative money. And rhodium is 100 times scarcer than gold. I know you hear things about, it's about the scarcity. Gold and silver are so valuable because of the scarcity. Well, rhodium is 100 times scarcer than gold, and it's going for a couple $100 less, right? If it was all about scarcity, rhodium would be 100 times more expensive than gold. So, and it's so what I see with these markets is you see gold and silver, they'll go like this, right? Rhodium's just kind of chugging along like this, but going slightly down. So this tells me that either rhodium is a screaming deal. It's the deal of the century when it comes to precious metals. Or it tells me the other precious metals are going down. Now, there's more to this simplistic analysis, right? But if you look at, people say, oh yeah, look at the highs of gold and silver, right? Look at the highs of platinum. Of rhodium. Look at the chart of rhodium the last 10 years go on Kitco. It's pretty scary. I think this rhodium might be some kind of bellwether, or this rhodium is something to compare other precious metals with. You got rhodium. It's pretty much an industrial metal. It's not specifically mined for rhodium. I think rhodium is telling us a story about something. Okay, from here, I would like to hear people who actually trade commodities and hear their opinions on these things. I like when people watch, but there are people who watch my channel who actually take their real money and they trade commodities, and they've got their real money on the line. What happens when I ask about commodities on YouTube is like 99% of people who leave comments have never ever traded a futures contract in their life, but they think they're experts on these things because they watch some charlatan who doesn't know what they're talking about but sounds slick, okay? So if you haven't traded a futures contract, please let those who have traded futures contracts trying to explain to us if they have some insights on rhodium. Here's the most interesting thing. So these people who have never traded futures contracts are self-proclaimed experts on futures contracts, and they quote other people who have proven they know nothing about the futures market because they say things that are easily disprovable by anybody who's simply willing to open a book. Okay, my harsh lecture is now over. But this rhodium thing kind of spooks me about the precious metals market. Is rhodium one of the best deals ever? Or does rhodium give us an omen for what to expect with other precious metals? Or can we be convinced that there's no relation between rhodium and other precious metals? Thanks for watching, and I hope to learn something.